Hi, I'm Syndonia Bre-Harte, a professor in the Institute of Arctic Biology in the Department of Biology and Wildlife at UAF, and I'm here to tell you a bit about the Toolik Field Station. Toolik is located in the northern foothills of the Brooks Range in Arctic Alaska. Toolik is one of the premier Arctic field stations in the US, and scientists come to Toolik from around the nation and the world to do Arctic research. Toolik has been in operation since 1975 and has been open year-round since 2006. Toolik is managed by the Institute of Arctic Biology with support from the U.S. National Science Foundation. Between 400 and 650 people come to Toolik in a normal year. Some stay for just a week and some for 3 months or more, but we often have peak summer populations around 150 people at a time. With all that scientific activity, what are people doing? Well, Toolik is a nexus for a lot of major observing programs. Some of these are focused on environmental change, such as the Long-Term Ecological Research Program, Arctic Observing Network, and National Ecological Network, because the environment is changing rapidly in the Arctic. And changes in the Arctic affect the rest of the planet. The Arctic is connected to the rest of the world through the atmosphere. In fact, the Arctic is like an air conditioner for the Northern Hemisphere and through emissions of greenhouse gases. Not all of our observing programs are focused on environmental change, though. Another is looking at understanding the deep substructure of the Earth by observing earthquakes from the surface. That's called EarthScope. We also participate in an EU-funded project, Interact, which strategically observes at different places in the Arctic and also sponsors young scientists to do research in countries other than their own. In addition to large observing programs, Toolik hosts a lot of other research in a wide variety of fields. For instance, we are in a great location to observe the aurora, so we host a variety of instruments that support space physics observations of the upper atmosphere, including space weather. We also host researchers that are looking at the hydrology of Arctic streams and rivers. We have several groups of researchers that are observing greenhouse gases and carbon balance in Arctic ecosystems. We also host research on how terrestrial and aquatic systems are likely to change as climate warms through manipulative field experiments like the one shown here with greenhouse warming and fertilization. And the implications for the biogeochemical cycling of nutrients and their transport from land to water. We host groups that are focused on understanding the adaptations of plants and animals in the Arctic and how their lives are likely to change as the environment changes, such as this Arctic ground squirrel, which has been studied for well over 20 years. We have projects that are looking at how disturbances such as fire, change, and thermal erosion alter ecosystem processes and how ecosystems recover from these disturbances in the Arctic. And finally, we host researchers who are studying the processes involved in the annual cycles of permafrost and how they are changing, which have implications for the stability of ecosystems and infrastructure in the Arctic. This is just a snapshot of the research that goes on at Toolik Field Station. Feel free to contact us if you have questions or if you have Arctic research that you are interested in doing. And thanks for coming to the Arctic Research Open House.